Yo guys, Dingleboop here and welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, I'm over here on Battlefield 5, which from what I understand is one of the community's fan favorited games, just because overall the game itself is actually good. You know what I mean? I've done a handful of research, and Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1 are like neck and neck when it comes to like player base. Looking at Steam charts anyways. This weekend, if you guys didn't know, we are getting the first weekend of the open beta. So I'm really excited to try out Battlefield 6. I already have the beta installed. I'm just waiting for it to pretty much go online. But in the meantime, I've been trying to play a bunch of other Battlefield games, kind of get a feel for what Battlefield is like. Because I mean, like I said, everybody's played a little bit of Battlefield. Either you were really into it or you were a Call of Duty fan. So I mean, at the end of the day, it really just depends on what your genre is. But going back and playing these games actually made me realize that, okay, Battlefield isn't that bad of a game. I was just flowing with a different genre. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the case for a lot of players now, at least. But like I said, from what I understand, Battlefield 5, it just overall is the most solid game. Obviously, like, you have the OG fans that are going to say Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Bad Company, whatever, are the best Battlefields. But most of the time, that's purely because of nostalgia and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that any of those games are bad, but of course, they're older. These games have newer technology, and of course, it's a different genre of, like, war, you know? Me, personally, I do like the older wars that are covered. Like, I love the World War I, World War II, stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with Modern Warfare. But it, like I said, it's a genre thing. It really just depends on what you're into, you know? I've played a little bit of Battlefield 5 over here on PC. Like I said, I have a little bit of playtime on console, but it's been so long that I have little to no idea what I'm doing. I have realized though, Team Deathmatch has little to no players on it, so I've just been playing Strategic Conquest, and at the end of the day, I still have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I played a little bit of Battlefield 1, and I was gonna make a video on it, but Battlefield 1 for some reason ran like ass. I don't know what the issue is with HDR, but HDR also would not shut off. Like, I have no idea how to explain it. I went into every setting ever and tried to make sure that it was turned off. Drop it in! I have noticed though, when I do first hop on the game, it is a little bit laggy. Get shit on! But for the most part, it runs decent. I don't have my graphic. I'm dead. I don't have my graphics maxed out or anything, just because, especially with FPS games, I don't really like to max out my... Oh my god, I'm in there. Oh! I'll tell you what though, there is something. Oh, I'm in the tank. I didn't even know that. I'll tell you what though, what I like about Battlefield is this right here, okay? Let me hop on the fucking tank and haul ass. Now, in Call of Duty, no, I don't like that shit. It just doesn't fit in Call of Duty. Why? I don't know. I don't understand that. Why this fits so much better in Battlefield than it would Call of Duty? I don't know. No, obviously the difference between Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 2 is obviously the wars that the game takes place in, right? I have no idea how to get the fuck out of this thing. I want out. Unload. Just unload. I have no idea what I'm shooting at, but I'm just gonna unload. Now, obviously, I feel like people who want more of a realistic military simulator game, Battlefield's more for you. Now, it definitely is arcadey because it's a video game, right? Now, the game does look fucking beautiful, especially this map. A lot of green, a lot of vibrant colors. I did realize that Battlefield 1 was very washed out, if that makes any sense. I should have made a video on it. It would have gave better representation of what the fuck I'm talking about, but I suck at this YouTube shit. I hit him once. But yeah, Battlefield 1, I feel like part of the reason why I felt like it was so washed out was because I couldn't figure out the HDR settings at all. And like I said, I went into the registry and turned it off at everything. Like I don't use it at all. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't see the benefits behind it. How do you know? Bitch, there was a goddamn ball of cloud in front of us. What are you talking about? Oh my god, I'm getting ran up on. That is terrifying. And like I said, Battlefield 6, the open beta comes out this weekend, and then the weekend after is weekend 2. So if you don't get to play the first weekend, there is a second weekend, and I believe it's a couple days longer. I believe it's going to go from Friday night to like Monday morning or something like that. Holy shit. There's times where you just get fucking lasered. Grenade! But I will be completely honest, there has not been one Battlefield that I've not had a decent time on. I haven't gone back and played Battlefield 4 yet because I've kind of gone in order. So I went Battlefield, well, I did go Battlefield 1 before 5, but that's just because I played more 1. Essentially, I'm going in order 5, 1, 4. I started with Battlefield 2042. I tried to sit and play that game, but I kind of understand what people didn't like about it now that I've been playing the older ones. And for me, what I think it is, at least, is the fact that nothing is balanced, if that makes any sense. Even after all this time, the game being out, it just feels like that there's, and maybe just because I'm a new player and completely dog shit at Battlefield, but I don't know, Battlefield 2042 just feels completely different, and I don't know how to really boil it down to explain it. And 2042 does seem very washed out compared to 5. Actually, you want to know what my biggest fucking problem is with Battlefield 2042? The controller settings. Okay, can I be honest with you? As little as it is, it's the controller settings. The controller settings make me so fucking mad in that game. I had to sit and think about it. I apologize, but the controller settings in that game make me so... But it really is the controller settings. I could not figure out how to get my controller to feel I could not figure out how to get my controller to feel remotely comfortable in my hands at all. I don't know why. I know the game has different response curves and, things like that. Oh my god, I felt like complete shit on 2042. Obviously, I'm not great at this game, but it's because I don't play it. So yes, I'm a wee bit of a noob. I wish I could move the map. Is that something? Damn. But yeah, a lot of the questions that I had while watching the Battlefield 6 trailer have been answered just by playing the game. And the more that I've gone back and played these older Battlefields, the more excited I've been to play Battlefield 6. Now, do I think it's going to be the COD killer? No. Kind of the same way it's always been. You're going to have Battlefield and you're going to have Call of Duty both doing their thing, right? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm part of the problem. My spawn brain will never stop playing Call of Duty just because of how long I've played Call of Duty. And regardless of how shitty the game actually gets, I will forever find myself back on the next Call of Duty. I've seen a lot, though, when it comes to pre-orders for Battlefield 6. Every comment under every trailer that has been released pretty much says the same thing. Don't pre-order the game. Remember, no pre-orders. You know what I mean? Just because everybody that did pre-order 2042 hopped on the game and, well, it felt disrespectful, how unfinished the game was essentially. I'll tell you what, though. As a Call of Duty player coming over to Battlefield, wow, you know what I mean? This such a larger scale that my Call of Duty brain doesn't comprehend the fact that there's 64 players on this map. But what I like about Battlefield 5 compared to Battlefield 1 is, of course, it's a little bit later in, chronological timeline. You have a little bit more technology. Guns shoot a little bit harder, a little bit faster. Different vehicles. Battlefield 1 does feel slower just because of the technology difference. Bitch! Double kill. I'm out. I'm dead. I've done a little bit of sniping in this game, but sniping in this game compared to sniping in Call of Duty, I'll tell you what, man, it's not the easiest thing. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, though, it's not the easiest thing on the planet. Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's the tank. Jesus, they're just gonna go in there and start fucking lighting up. Oh my god. I'll tell you what, though, man, I am completely fucking dog shit at this game. My Call of Duty brain doesn't understand strategic advantages. All I understand is aim, point, shoot. You know what I mean? Enemy spotted, enemy hit. I got one. Damn. Holy shit. It blew off half the fucking building. See, that is Call of Duty movement. You can't do that shit in this game. I understand. I'm sorry. Damn. Yeah, this is by far the best Battlefield so far. There's so much going down. Oh! I missed. Enemy hit. Holy shit, it's going down. Oh! Oh! Holy shit, this thing is getting bombarded. Did we... Victory! I had no idea what was going on that entire game. 10 and 12. Hey, not the best. But hey, so I mean, yeah, that's pretty much Battlefield 5. I mean, from the gun customization, in my opinion, to the way the maps and everything look, in my opinion, obviously, I'm gonna make sure that's known, this is one of my favorite Battlefields. Just because I feel like it is one of the most... See, like, I feel like even the way that the customization works, like, I don't know, there's just kind of always had something for the way that this game moves, you know what I mean? Like, and then if you come over here, you have like specialized characteristics for your weapons. Quick reload, quick aim, ported barrel, custom stock, recoil buffer, light in stock. Those kind of like your attachments, if that makes any sense. Like I said, it's not too complicated. 2042, their customization's a little bit weird, but I mean, it is later in life, obviously. But yeah, when it comes to just like the action that is going on, I feel like the amount of players obviously makes a huge difference. You know, it being, I believe the highest, like having the highest player count on Steam. And then of course it's World War II. And like I said, I feel like a lot of people just gravitate towards World War II games anyway. And don't get me wrong, there's been a couple that have, you know, been horrible. We know what we're talking about. But I mean, for the most part, I can actually get on this and have some fun, you know? I'm not too sure how like skill-based matchmaking works in this, or if there is any. I'm sure there is to an extent, but it doesn't feel like I'm getting completely smacked around when I get on the game. So that is nice. But yeah, like I said, I'm super excited for Battlefield 6 to come out this weekend. Well, the open beta, at least, come out this weekend. I'm going to play that as much as I fucking can. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I'll probably play a little bit more Battlefield, get a little bit more feel for the game, understand a little bit more of what's going on. I do plan on making a Wuchang video soon. Just Wuchang is a little bit longer of a series. That game is kind of hard, not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy and you want to see more videos like this, let me know by leaving a like on the video and a comment down below. If there's anything else you guys want to see, also let me know. All my links and socials are in the description below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.